In my last video, I claimed that FSD version 14.3 had inhuman reaction time, and now, thanks to Dan O generously volunteering his life for science, we'll be putting that claim to the test. Also, a huge shout out to Dan O's handler, David Moss, who not only controlled the dummy, but occasionally seemed dangerously close to becoming one himself.
Wow.
David, please remember, never go full dummy. To be clear, this is not exactly a peer-reviewed scientific study. This is pure shenanigans. I'm putting FSD in Mad Max mode, giving it some encouragement with the accelerator pedal, and seeing how quickly it can react when Dan O appears.
When?
What is Mad Max mode?
Oh.
These first few runs, we were kind of just getting our bearings, and apologies for the sounds I'm making in the car, but it was braking with some pretty considerable G-force. And what was clear from these first few runs is we were really going to have to dial in how late we threw the dummy, because it was honestly reacting a lot more quickly than either of us anticipated. It's hard to describe just how quickly the car feels like it's reacting here. It's reacting way quicker than I'd be able to, even though I'm expecting it. This was from the roof camera, which was mounted really close to the car's onboard cameras, and you can see it is already slowing down for the curve in the road ahead, but what we're gonna do is find out when it decided to start taking an evasive maneuver. We're going to find the frame with the first hint of visibility, which I think is this one. You can just see his foot come into frame here. And what we're going to do now is count frames and see when the car takes evasive maneuver. So we got 1 frame, 2 frames, 3 frames, and 4 frames. On the 4th frame at this video at 30 FPS, it is already decided it is going to take an evasive...
4 frames at 30 FPS? That's not even fast. Wait, what? It's not even that far. Like, well, considering that the cameras are updating like dude, it updates the wheel speeds like 1,000 times a second, right? For like going over grass and shit.
Maneuver around him. The car's reaction time here
that's not
was
even impressive to me.
0.13 seconds.
130 ms, dude. That is so slow in speeds of computers, bro. Then again, you wouldn't want to. You need to give it some latency, right? Because if it reacted. The thing is, if it reacted instantly to anything, like, it would just see like a new pixel of a tree and break, wouldn't it?
That is quite literally.
It has to detect it as a human and moving. As a reactor. Oh yeah, so chat. The processing units in these things, they can react in like 2 milliseconds. Like, you know, these are like insane. So your brain, our little fucking flesh brains, 150, 200 ms, right? These computers could react 100 times over before we've even reacted. It could react and then react again and then react again and then react again, react again, and it's doing it like over and over and over and over and over and over and over in every direction, every direction.
Really faster than most people blink. And even when we tried to up our game a bit and throw it out a lot later, somehow it was still able to stop in time.
Wow.
So we decided to increase the speed and throw it out even later.
Oh, he did.
Finally, first contact. Even though the car did everything it possibly could here, including braking.
Ooh, maybe he would have lived. He maybe would have lived. He maybe would have lived.
As hard as it
So you need this, though. You need this, because what's going to happen is you're going to have these insurance scammers in America. They're going to do this exact thing. They're going to do this exact animation. They're going to wait behind a fucking sign, and they're going to jump in front of your car. That's what happens in America, if you don't know.
Good, and even locking the front wheels at the end, it still did make contact. But in the end, Dan O suffered 0 injuries, which means we must keep going. This was one of the last runs we did at this location, where David is basically just throwing Dan O at the side of the car.
Wow. Unbelievable.
This was one of those moments that's hard to believe even when you're in the car. I mean, we were going like 35 miles an hour when it did this evasive maneuver, and just enough braking and steering to completely avoid it, avoiding all contact. But instead of considering that a win and letting Dan O live, we decided to go to a new area where we could do the exact same thing, just going much faster.
How is this fake? It's not fake,
Even in Mad Max mode.
It's like, obviously I could do this if I knew it was coming. But if I was just like, I just woke up in the morning, I'm not expecting this shit to happen, and some guy jumps in front of my car from behind a tree at full speed, I ain't gonna react to that in time. This is impressive. I mean, chat, it's just a matter of time before self-driving is just objectively better, safer, and smarter than humans. And at that point, like at the point where we are just needlessly having people die on the road for no reason, like we're basically just throwing away human lives for no reason, and we're just retards, and we should probably change the rules of the road. It's one of those things where, as well, get this: if everyone's in a self-driving car chat, unless there's like an actual obstruction on the road, like a car is fully broken down or something, or there's been like there was going to be basically no car accidents. Something like a tree has to fall down, right? There won't be any traffic jams because all cars can immediately start at the same time and accelerate together, and you don't have the slinky effect of a permanent like ghost delay traffic jam, because every single car goes, oh, obstruction cleared. Everyone go in 3, 2, 1, bang, and they all just start driving. No traffic jams. You commute way faster. Everything's better. Less people die. It's a matter of time, Jet. Like it's absolutely within our lifetime that most cities will be going full self-driving, and you won't even need they'll get rid of intersection lights and all that.
FSD still wants to slow down as soon as I lift my foot off the accelerator, so obviously I'm making it go a lot faster than it would normally choose to go. In that first test, David seemed to forget that he wasn't the dummy.
I was nervous for you on that one.
I think his muscle memory might have kicked in there for a moment, which was like a magnet pulling him towards the speeding car. But remember, David, we didn't go to Goodwill and dress up a child blow-up doll so you could put yourself at risk. And I gotta say, I think we did a pretty good job. Even my dogs thought it was believable. What a handsome little guy. Anyways, back to testing.
Yeah, child blow-up doll. This sounds fucking weird, bro. I'm gonna be honest.
What you have to understand is survival was never an option for Dan O. It was only a matter of time. Although the car did swerve a bit and attempt to avoid him, Dan O did end up making contact with the passenger side of the car.
No one even moves like that. That's not even... I bet I didn't mean trained on data like that, because the fuck is that? Like a guy like flies out? Like what is happening here?
Attempt to avoid him, Dan O did end up...
What child can even do this? What child can even do that? Like, what? Dude, what? Ain't no child doing that.
The passenger side of the car, flinging him over the side view mirror, which definitely seems to have thrown him for a loop. But even after that, 0 injuries.
Thing is, it'd be way better to use like a bit of like a plywood with a roller and have like a bit of string and roll it in front, you know. But then it would probably damage their car, and they don't want to damage their car, which makes sense. I wouldn't want to damage my car.
Reported. What we really got to do is get him under the front of the car. So this time we're going to throw him just a little bit earlier. It's honestly kind of crazy the timing that you need for this. Very, very impressive.
I think that's a dog, bro. It's like dog
stuff here. I couldn't believe it.
Unreal.
Dog alert.
That's pretty good.
I'm rarely at a loss for words, but this was one of those moments. At around 40 miles an hour, FSD somehow managed to avoid Dan O with a last-second brake and hard swerve that honestly looked superhuman. And I think after seeing something like this, it gets pretty hard to argue that this technology isn't going to save a lot.
I think he's right. I think full self-driving is the future of locomotion, and just fixing the streets and just deleting traffic jams and congestion and saving just innumerable human lives. Legitimately, you think, and not just Tesla or anything, by the way. It could be anything. Could be BYD. Could be fucking Toyota smart driving. Who cares? Just that technology of robots driving cars for us and then automating it. Dude, how many cop shows have we watched where some stupid bitch is behind a fucking wheel, inebriated? We just watched a video of the guy, and remember he had his little moccasins on, and yeah, my nuts looked at you. You know that guy. Okay? Like, bro, he could barely stand. He was struggling to walk around. Yeah, I can't remember what he said. He said, my nuts. You were there, Jet. Okay, these motherfuckers. Then, let's say, okay, no one even drinks and drives. We're going to live in a pill world, no one drinks and drives. Doesn't even matter. Think about when you wake up in the morning, you're half awake, and you're just going to work at like 6:30 in the morning, and the road's wet, and the sun's low, and it's in your eyes. You can't really see shit. You're like, what the fuck? Not paying attention. Boom. You drive for an intersection. I've done that before, by the way. And thankfully, no one was there. But that's happened. He thinks 6:30. Bro, I get up at 2 a.m., you dumb fuck. 6:30 is not early, you pussy bitch. Dude, I get up at 2 a.m. every single day, you dumb fucking bitch. The fuck you talking about? Thanks. Like, what I'm saying is, I'm just simulating an average day. When someone wakes up, they're groggy, they get out of their bed, they barely even fucking, they skip the shower because they're fucking running late. They're just gonna get out the door straight away, bro. They're barely awake, bro. We evolved on the fucking plains of Africa. Okay, we are not. We did not evolve to drive these metal beasts on these roads at the speeds that we do. Okay, this is not something bro, think about how stupid it is. We just got some wheels and a fucking steering wheel and we just got to pedal and we're just like, yep. Let's combust some fuel and fucking make some pistons go up and down and just go super fucking fast. I mean, dude, it's a miracle we go as far as we do without all just dying.
Lives. But like I said before, survival is just not an option for Dan O, so we must keep going. This time, maybe a little faster. And yet again, not only avoid it, but also made it look easy. But let's try it a third time, because surely Dan O has used up a lot of...
Like, if this saves one kid's life a year, like one child runs on the road and this saves one kid's life a year, that's like, I mean, dude, that's so worth
lives by now.
Dude, have you heard the horror stories, by the way, of... Dude, what? I'm scared of it, by the way. I'm so paranoid. There's so many people run their own kids over in the driveways. When I'm reversing my Ranger, I can't see shit behind me, bro. I got a fucking rear vision mirror. Right, I look through the mirror, can't see it. You can kind of like see off the back a bit down the road. You've got like the wing mirrors, but you can't see shit. There's no camera. You can't tell if there's a fucking... There could be there could be anything like within a good 5 meters behind the truck, and I wouldn't have a clue. Now, when I obviously look behind my truck before I start, but what if you, like, while you're just turning it on, the ignition, and you're, like, setting it up and you're putting it in reverse, someone runs behind your truck, bang, you run your own kid over. Shit's scary as hell. And, you know, this is just going to completely eliminate that. Put a mirror... Well, I'm going to put a mirror... Dude, put a mirror... Why do I have mirrors everywhere, bro? Jesus. I want to get a reversing camera, actually.
To the back.
Yeah, it's backing up this time. I don't know if it can see it. It backed up. Oh, it says,
Stop.
yeah, I was gonna do it. It was in the blind spot. I'm gonna submit a snapshot for that one. Very interesting and different result here that brings up a much larger conversation regarding the cameras and the car's hardware. It does a great job avoiding it, just like the previous two times, but this time decides to back up. And because this car doesn't have a front bumper camera, this puts the dummy right in its blind spot. Then
Didn't some like cat die like this? Isn't this the way some cat died? Didn't some like some fucking cat died like this. This is some Tesla like crushed. There's some like famous TikTok cat or like Instagram cat, and they tried to blame it on the Tesla. Like it just aimed for the cat and tried to run it over, but nah. The person they tried to get the cat to move away from the car multiple times. That from what I heard, and they thought the cat was gone. The Tesla didn't say anything wasn't there. Right, it said that it was clear, and then he drove forward and just ran over a cat. He ran over a cat.
Few seconds of waiting, it seems...
The cat was, like, up on the tire, like, rubbing on the tire, bro. Rubbing on the tire. So it was just the fault. Nah, it's a combination of human error. Like, it would have been the same thing if you had been driving. It's a combination of human error and, yeah, Tesla having shit detection right in front of its tires. Kit Kat the cat. There it is, dude. There it is. Kit Kat Bodega was killed with him. A Waymo. It was a Waymo, not even a Tesla. My bad, a Waymo. It was a self-driving car. Yep, there it is. Yeah, there it is. There it is. Laughing. Well, there's more to it. People are saying like the Waymo just deliberately ran the cat over, but like nah. Again, people tried to move the cat a bunch of times. The cat was refusing to move, and then it just like got crushed by the Waymo. You know.
To forget the dummy was there at all, and I do need to disengage to save Dan O. Some interesting things to note here. So after the car successfully brakes hard enough to avoid it, you can see in the visualization it clearly knows that something is still there. And even after backing up and putting the object...
Imagine if you're driving your car and a fucking Velociraptor or some shit comes... It just detects like a Velociraptor from the right. Look at fucking T-Rex appears on your little overlay, bro.
In its blind spot, it's still displaying something there, and even
It's just the way it's hallucinating dogs, bro. Like, I don't know, it's just like, trippy about the AI. It's a dog there. It's like it's detecting ghost dogs, bro.
Message appears saying that there's an object in our path and to take over.
Well, I mean, you know, to the Tesla, I mean, obviously it thinks that's a dog, but it's a human.
But then seems to lose track of it and try to go again. Although a front bumper camera would have definitely helped in this situation, I don't think in this particular case it should have even been needed, because the car did know that something was still there even when it couldn't see it.
Yeah,
but
where's the object permanence, buddy? The hell's going on there?
I think what may have happened is that the context window expired and it forgot about it. Ooh. That's one of the last few situations where us humans are still better than FSD.
Yeah, 2-year-olds have that ability, bro. Like legit 2-year-olds. But my 2-year-old daughter, she was crying. She wanted 2 cookies, and we gave her 1 cookie. Okay, and every time we would switch out the cookie, she would cry. And but 2 cookie. And then for legitimately 3 hours afterwards, she'd keep going up. She'd come up to you. And she'd like hug you and be real close and give you like a super tight hug and be like, oh, it's so sweet. She'd be like, cookie.
Because although
she knows the cookie still exists, she's got object permanence. She knows the second cookie that she didn't get to eat is still there, and she wants that second cookie. She never got that second cookie.
It was in my blind spot as well. I still remembered it was there. Anyways, back to eliminating Dan O.
Oh no! Dan!
Yes, it finally happened. Dan O got his first serious injury, getting both of his legs ran over twice. And I thought this was the end, but somehow...
Is Dan dead?
No.
What? How is what? Are you serious?
You heard that right. Miracles are real and Dan O lives. To make this even more challenging, instead of throwing him in the air, David's just gonna throw him straight on the ground in front of the car, almost like he tripped, so a much shorter time to react.
Oh! It missed it.
Did it? I thought, dude, I thought.
Okay.
Another absolutely incredible result here. Even though David threw Dan at the exact right time and the car couldn't...
Yeah, they should have done the same test. Instead of just repeating the same thing over and over and over again in the same zone. I mean, maybe you get multiple things and just pick the best footage. But, dude, they should have tested it in, like, worse conditions. Like, night conditions. Like, do it at nighttime. Do it when it's raining, you know?
Physically
like
break in time, it executes a picture-perfect swerve. Seriously, an unbelievable...
This is like the pristine, really good lighting, no wind. Like, it's, I mean...
result there. I really couldn't believe it.
Rain,
I don't care
darkness.
what you say. This is a superhuman driver. Unfortunately for this next test, my display recording stopped, but oh well.
Like 50 miles an hour?
Quick as you can go.
What, 25? 25, bro? Wait, what is 50 mph, bro? What is it going 50? 80 kilometers an hour and like a fucking, wait, 57, dude? What's he going here, bro? What's he going here? Motherfucker's going 91. This is definitely...
Again, really impressive. The crazy
The motherfuckers out here, bro. What the fuck is this? Why are they testing in the middle of a city, bro? With there's like cars everywhere and people everywhere. What is going on here? Why would they not go to some farm road where there ain't no one?
one is you can see the car brakes in a straight line, which slows the car down the most efficiently, but when it thinks it might not make it, it swerves at the last second. That is some professional level dummy avoidance right there. And for this last test, our objective was clear.
Oh, rip bozo.
That was a murder.
Rip bozo. Rip bozo. I mean, yeah. You deserve to die. You deserve to die. If you do that, you deserve to die. Like, that's a suicide, yeah. That's like, you can't, dude, come on. What are we doing? Like, if you Superman dive at full speed in front of a fucking car that's driving, like, just under 100 kilometers an hour, I mean, yeah, you deserve to die.